Good morning, kids. All right, let's get started. Grab your chair, and we are going to go through some stretching. So this is very important. All kidding aside, we need to be serious here. When we're doing these movements today, we want to be either sitting at the edge of our seat or in the middle of the seat of the chair. Our legs need to be in 90 degrees. Very important. The knees need to be straight. Feet need to be wherever your feet go naturally. Do not force them, forward. The knee needs to be over the ankle and aligned with that hip bone. Lastly, it is super important that we continue that duck butt. We are identifying as an end table forevermore. Super important. The range of motion today for this session are very short. Right when you feel the stretch, that is your ending point. Yeah? So each side of your body may be a little bit different, but that's okay. Do not force one side of the body to match the other. All right. Now, extensor muscles. When we say to lock the knee, it is important that you lock the knee and diminish your range of motion to keep your form. Not bending the knee to make a greater range of motion. Yeah? Same with the elbows. We've got extensor muscles that we're working on, posture, and flexibility, range of motion. All right. I have my cheat sheet. Make sure you have your water. We're going to start with arms straight out. Now, it is important that we're not pulling back. We have it even with our shoulder. Very important. And our palms are facing down. Hands are going to be rigid. And we're going to rotate. The arms don't follow through. They stay locked at the shoulder. Chest up. See how small these movements are? Now, as we're rotating, do not allow your knees to fall in and out. They should be center. So a little range of motion. Make sure that you're keeping your chest up. Now, keeping your chest up is going to make sure that you're not moving the arms in the wrong position. Center, both arms by the side. Okay, we're going to do arm circles in opposite direction. Pardon me, same direction. Now, if you are feeling a clicking or shifting, we're going to make our circle a little smaller. Now, get your chest up. The elbows should be locked. Nothing should be moving, so we should have no movement in the torso. It is just the arms, so bring them in. Now we're going to do big circles, not crossing over the head. And now, little circle. Change direction. And we're going to grow bigger and bigger. Now you're really going to have to use your core to hold you stable. Chest up, big circle. Now if you're hearing a clicking noise or if you feel stuck, check your alignment, check your posture. Slow it down if you have to, and then shorten your range of motion if it didn't help. Beautiful. All right. Now, same position. We're going to reach up at an ankle. Now, this is important. We don't want to hyperextend. We're going to reach up one arm, up the other. So we're moving everything from the shoulder blade. Reach. Now we're reaching at an angle, not straight up. Reach. Elbows should be locked. Hands rigid. Just get a nice, gentle elongation. Center. Now, this is what we're going to do. Keep everything in nice elongation. The hands are going to stay rigid, hands rigid, elbows locked, and we're going to push down and lean forward. Now, when you lean forward, it is super important that we're not doing this. We cannot do that. So if we're here, so palms are facing inward, yes, we're at a Y, And as we're coming down, we're rotating. And let's say this is all you can go. That's all that you're going to go. Listen to your body. We're staying in form. So your arms should be rotating when they're down behind you. Your palms should be up to the ceiling. We're going to go one more time. Keep looking at me if you need direction. Now, you see how I'm looking down at the floor? Now my head is in neutral. So now we're going to do 5. Don't look at me. We want to keep the head in neutral. You ready? I see you. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Take your right hand and place it on the side of the chair. Now, feel where your left arm is. It's going to stay there. We're going to side bend to the right, but do not let your arm move. It should be moving with your body as a whole. And back center. We're going to keep the same arm up, side bend. Back center. Side bend. Back center. Side bend. Back center. And let's change arms. Side bend. Back center. 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 All right. Go to the very edge of your seat. We're going to extend the right leg out. Put your foot in flexion. Now, this is important. We want the knee straight up to the ceiling. We're still in our duck butt position. The stabilizing leg stays put. We're going to rotate a little bit to the right, arms out rigid, and we're going to reach towards the floor on either side of the foot. Only as far as we can. Posture position and flexibility of the back of the leg are the 2 main factors that are going to dictate your range of motion. So do not force this movement. We are actually using the muscles to create these stretches. So these are called controlled dynamic stretches. They're very important. You ready? Here we go. All the way back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now we're going to rotate the body to the right. So you're kind of having your left leg is going to be on the side of the chair, and your right leg is going to be directly in front of you. Like we're in a lunge, but your right leg is supported. Now, scooch that left leg out and kind of push gently so you're on point. Push the left hip forward. You'll feel a nice stretch through here. It is super important not to force this stretch. Now, bend the knee back down, so now you're going to be on the top of your foot to release. All right, now we should all be facing forward now. Push back and release. Push back and release. Push back and release. Push back and release. 4. Push back and release. Now, in this position, you're on the top of your foot. I want you to gently push your foot towards the floor. You should get a nice stretch on the top of the foot. We're just going to hold that for a few seconds. And now we're going to pivot to the other side. Remember, one side may be more flexible than the other. So we're on point. And we're going to gently, now we need to square up. So use your chair as your point of reference to make your body square. And we're going to push that hip forward. And forward to release. Forward. Drop that knee to release. 2. Push the hip forward. So every time you're pushing your hip forward, you're going back on toe. You're back on point. To drop the knee, you're going to the top of your foot. So you should probably, if the top of your foot is tight, you'll feel a stretch there anyway. Push back. And release. We have one more. Now, really push that foot in, the top of the foot into the floor. Find a stretch. And if you're not feeling a stretch, that just means that muscle isn't tight. So don't keep jabbing at it and moving in different directions. You'll know if you're tight or not. And we're going to come center. All right. Now, this one I want you to be really mindful of, okay? You want to go to a starting position. We're going to start with our right leg over left. So if you're able to, we want to literally cross over, but do not allow the stabilizing leg to drop inward. So we're going to cross over, and we're going to rotate to the right. But you got to stay straight up and down. So we're going to get a stretch somewhere through the side hiney, somewhere in that area. And move to the 4. Now only do these movements if you're not contorting. So you see how the stabilizing leg still stays in that 90-degree angle? Both of your hiney cheeks are on the deck. So if you're not able to perform this, do the best that you can, but try not to get all discombobulated too much. And if it's just not physically possible right now, skip it. Put both feet on the floor and make a 90-degree. And we're all going to join you. And let's cross over. And we're going to rotate to the left in proper posture. And let's go to our 4. Again, do not move that stabilizing leg around to compensate. We're done with that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Get your chest up, chin up. Both feet on the floor. We want to make sure that we're in proper position. Extend arms all the way to the ceiling. Okay, now listen. This is important. We're going to stretch the triceps. Do not bring your head to your arm. Don't do it. That's very comfortable. Don't do it. We want to take the right arm and we want to place the hand. We're trying to get it between the shoulder blades. That's our goal. That's our goal. Don't grab it. Just try to place your hand without getting all crunched up. So if you're just here, you're just there. If you're here, you're there. Doesn't matter. Our goal is this. Now, bringing your hand down towards your spine should give you a stretch if you're tight in the back of the arm. There's no need to get all crunched up and pull that elbow in. We want to use the muscles to put our body into that position. So you should be moving, pulling your arm back towards your head with the muscle. But you should be in your in-table position. And let's change. Check your posture. All right, now go back to the edge of your seat. And we're going to get into a straddle position. Now, we're going to go into a modified child pose. So our first goal is to try to get our hands on the floor with a flat back. And only come down as far as you can. So the next time that you do this, get your floor mat and roll it up. So if you can't get down all the way, you have something, or yoga blocks, something to, I actually have one right here. I'll show you. So if you cannot get all the way to the floor, we want to get into straddle, get into your posture, and let's just say this is as far as you can go. So you want a tool or even a foam roller. A foam roller will work too. But if you can, go all the way to the floor. Now we're going to come up center. We're going to go into a rotation. So this is another reason why I love a card table chair. So let's say that we can't really get into it yet, but we can do this. So this would be a modification. And if you could do that and a little bit more, we're just going to actually pull shin. Our goal is to take our right hand and grab a hold of the left ankle and be able to rotate. So whatever one suits your fancy, that's the one that you want to do. Now, when we rotate to the right and you don't have the flexibility you have to the left, no worries. Let's say that this is as far as you can go. Then that's as far as you're going to go for the right. So I'll follow. So let's just pretend that the left side was a lot more flexible for some reason, and that happens. So when you do this workout again and you're finding that, oh my gosh, I was able to do the last time I did this when I went back to day 2 and I did it again, now I could barely lock my left knee. Do not worry about that. That is normal. The body's flexibility is dictated on what you've done over the past 72 hours. So everything's going to change all the time. That's normal wear and tear on the body and healing. So don't let that concern you ever. The only thing that you do not want to do is you do not want to force your body into a position which you think it should be in. Remember, just because the body can does not mean it should. So that's my little lecture. All right, we're going to come center. Important, we've been learning this, how to stand up correctly. So we want to get in a 90-degree angle. We're going to go into our stink bug. Get your setup, get into your postural position. Place both hands on either side of your chair, and we're going to stand up as high as we can. Our goal is to have even pressure on both heels, be able to stay in that flat back position with your knees locked. That is your goal. So if you're not able to do that now, who cares? We don't care. Goal. Form is everything. Are you ready? We're going to go 5. Here we go. Up, hold. Down for 1. Up, hold. Down for 2. Up, hold. Down for 3. Remember to push up, even pressure on your heels. Up, hold. Down for 4. 1 more. Up, hold, do not go down, and stand all the way up. Friggin' fantastic. All right, there is your total body chair stretch. You can do this every day if you want to. It is wonderful for you. If you want to start segmenting this little workout into your daily life, just do 3 to 5 reps of everything. And you can do them with a little more speed to get some more cardiovascular. But no matter what you're doing, the most important things, 2 things. Do not lose your form and do not force a stretch. All right, that'll do it. Enjoy, and I will see you all soon.